Your lawn is the most demanding thing in your entire yard. Mowing, watering, feeding, patching, fighting weeds, week after week. And here's the thing, nobody says out loud, you don't actually need it. There are living carpets you plant instead of grass that cover the ground so completely, weeds can't break through. And unlike a lawn, they never need mowing, watering, or feeding. I'll show you 9 of them for sun and shade, including the ones you can actually walk on like a real lawn. And a warning about the ones that spread so aggressively they'll swallow your whole yard if you let them. First, understand why weeds keep beating you, because it changes the whole approach. A weed's real enemy isn't your hands, it's competition. Weeds need bare, open ground and sunlight hitting the soil to sprout. Every empty patch in your yard is an open door. So pulling weeds one by one is a losing game, because you leave the door open and new ones walk right in. Ground covers slam that door shut. They're low-spreading plants that grow into a dense, living mat over the soil. That mat blocks the light and fills the space so weed seeds have nowhere to germinate. No bare ground, no weeds. And once they've filled in, they ask for almost nothing. No mowing, no feeding, and little to no water. You plant them, they spread, they cover, and the weeding just stops. I've grouped these 9 by where they go. Let's start with the spot that defeats everyone, deep shade, where grass itself won't even grow. That dark ground under trees along the north side of the house, where the lawn thins out to dirt and moss and weeds. Grass gives up there, but these plants thrive. One sweet woodruff. A delicate-looking but tough spreader for shade. It forms a low carpet of whorled green leaves and throws up tiny white star flowers in spring with a soft, fresh scent. It fills in shady, moist ground under trees where little else works, knitting together into a weed-proof mat. Plant it in part to full shade in soil that holds some moisture and let it run. 2. Ajuga, also called bugleweed, and it's one of the fastest ways to carpet shade. It forms a dense, low mat of glossy leaves, green, bronze, or deep purple depending on the variety, and sends up spikes of blue-purple flowers in spring that pollinators love. It knits together tightly and smothers weeds fast. That speed is its strength, and its catch. Ajuga spreads quickly, so keep it away from lawns you care about because it will happily creep into them. Give it part shade to part sun in average soil, and it fills in quickly. 3. Lamium. Dead nettle, though, there's nothing dead about it. It's a bright, cheerful shade carpet with silver-marked leaves that light up a dark corner and pink or white flowers over a long season. It stays low, spreads steadily, and holds down weeds while actually looking good doing it. That silver foliage glows in the gloom under trees. Plant it in part to full shade in average soil. 4. Pachysandra. The classic evergreen shade carpet. It stays green all 12 months, even under snow. It forms a uniform, lush mat of glossy leaves about 8 inches tall, so thick that weeds simply can't push through. And it's a go-to for blanketing large, shady areas under trees. One important note here, the common Japanese type spreads vigorously and is considered invasive in some regions, so check before you plant it. And if you want a safer choice, there's a native version, Allegheny spurge, that does a similar job without the same risk. Plant in part to full shade in soil that drains. So that's your shade problem solved. 4 ways the dark, difficult ground where grass dies becomes a lush, weed-free carpet instead. And notice the theme already. Starting, some of these spread so eagerly that their weed-choking strength can turn against you. Hold that thought, because it becomes critical by the end. Now let's flip to the opposite extreme. The hot, dry, sunny spots that bake all day, where the soil is poor and grass turns brown and struggles. Because the ground covers for those spots aren't just survivors, they're some of the most beautiful plants in this whole list. Here's the sun group for the hot, dry baking spots where grass browns out and the soil is poor. And these follow the same rule as the toughest perennials. Lean, dry soil is better. Rich ground makes them soft, poor ground makes them thrive. So the worst patch in your yard is exactly where they shine. 5. Creeping sedum, also called stone crop, and it's about the most drought-proof carpet you can grow. Its leaves are thick and succulent, storing their own water, so it treats a dry spell as nothing. It spreads into a low mat in reds, golds, greens, and blue-greens studded with starflowers that bees work over in summer. It thrives in poor, gritty, dry soil where almost nothing else will, and it needs essentially no care once it's down. Plant it in full sun, in lean soil the poorer, the better, and forget it. 6. Creeping phlox. This is the one you've seen spilling over a slope in a sheet of color in spring. It forms a dense, low mat of needle-like green foliage that for a few weeks disappears completely under a blanket of flowers in pink, purple, white, or blue. That mat is evergreen and tight, holding the soil and blocking weeds all year, and it's especially good on sunny banks and slopes where mowing is a nightmare anyway. Plant it in full sun, in soil that drains, and let it cascade. 7. Ice plant. For the hottest, driest, most brutal spot you've got, Delosperma is a succulent ground cover that shrugs off heat and drought and explodes into vivid, almost neon flowers, magenta, orange, yellow, pink, over a long season. It hugs the ground in a low mat, wants poor, dry soil and full, blazing sun, and asks for nothing else. If you've got a strip of baking gravel where everything dies, this is your plant. Full sun, lean, fast-draining soil. Done. So between shade and sun, you can already cover almost any spot in your yard with a living, weed-proof carpet. The dark corners and the baking strips all handled, all with plants that beat weeds by never leaving them room. But so far, none of these is a true lawn replacement. You wouldn't want to walk across a bed of ice plant or trample a carpet of creeping phlox. They cover the ground, but they can't take foot traffic. And that's the one thing a lawn actually does that we haven't replaced yet. You can walk on it. So here's the group that delivers on the real promise. Forget lawn grass. These are the ground covers tough enough to walk on. The ones that can genuinely take the place of a lawn, so you never push a mower again. There aren't many that can do it, but the ones that can change everything. Here's the group that actually replaces a lawn, the ground covers you can walk on. There are only a couple that truly manage it, and these are the two worth planting. 8. Creeping thyme. This is the star lawn replacer. It's a tough, low-spreading herb that forms a dense mat just an inch or two high, covered in tiny flowers that bees adore in summer. And it takes foot traffic. Walk across it, and it releases a wonderful scent. It's drought-proof, thrives in poor soil and full sun, and once it fills in, it needs no mowing and almost no water. People plant it between stepping stones along paths and across whole small lawns. Be realistic about the traffic. Creeping thyme handles regular walking and the occasional gathering. But it's not a football field. It won't take constant heavy pounding day after day. For a normal yard, you stroll across, though it's magic. Plant it in full sun in well-drained soil and walk right over it. 9. Clover. Specifically Dutch white clover, or the newer micro clovers. And this is the closest thing to a true no-mow lawn on the list. Clover forms a soft, green, walkable carpet you can treat much like grass, but with huge advantages. It's a legume, so it pulls nitrogen from the air and feeds itself. No fertilizer. It stays green in summer heat and drought when grass goes brown. It crowds out weeds, and it's soft underfoot. A couple of honest notes. Clover flowers, and those flowers draw bees, so if you'll be walking barefoot or someone's allergic, mow it during bloom or expect the bees. And clover is shorter-lived than grass, so it thins over a few years and needs a light reseeding now and then to stay thick. Even with that, it's less work than a lawn by a mile. Plant it in sun to part shade in almost any soil. You can even oversow it right into an existing lawn. So there's the real promise delivered. With creeping thyme and clover, you can replace the parts of your lawn you actually walk on, soft, green, weed-choking. And you never mow, water, or feed them the way you did the grass. So now you've got a plant for every situation: shade, sun, and foot traffic, all covering the ground so completely that weeds have nowhere left to grow. But before you plant a single one of these, I have to give you the warning I've been hinting at the whole way through. Because it's the difference between a beautiful, low-maintenance yard and a slow-motion disaster. The very thing that makes these plants so good at choking out weeds, how aggressively they spread, is exactly what can turn them into a nightmare. Some of them don't know when to stop, and if you plant the wrong one in the wrong place, it won't just cover your bare ground. It'll cover everything. Let me show you what to watch for and how to plant these the right way. Here's the warning, and it matters more than any plant on the list. The same aggressive spreading that chokes out weeds can choke out everything else: your flower beds, your lawn, and even your neighbor's yard. Some ground covers simply don't stop. A few are considered invasive in parts of the country, meaning they escape and damage natural areas. So they're plants to avoid or contain carefully. The usual offenders to watch: periwinkle, vinca, English ivy, the common Japanese pachysandra, and creeping jenny, all fantastic at covering ground, all capable of taking over. Even the well-behaved ones on this list, like ajuga, will march into a lawn if you let them. So follow 3 simple rules, and you get all the benefit with none of the disaster. First, check before you plant. Look up whether a ground cover is invasive in your specific region. A quick search of your state's list or a question to a local nursery is all it takes. When there's a native option that does the same job, like Allegheny spurge instead of Japanese pachysandra, lean toward it. Second, contain it. Plant aggressive spreaders where something already stops them, bordered by a driveway, a path, a wall, or a lawn edging sunk into the ground. Give them an area with hard boundaries, and they fill it without escaping. Don't turn a fast spreader loose with open ground in every direction. Third, watch the edges. Once or twice a year, walk the border and pull or cut back anything creeping where you don't want it. 10 minutes keeps a spreading carpet exactly where you want it. That's the whole maintenance. Now, how to plant them so they actually fill in. Space the plants out closer for faster coverage, wider to save money, and wait a bit longer. And here's the honest part: most videos skip. The first year is not maintenance-free. Until the carpet knits together, there's still bare ground between the plants, and weeds will try to move into those gaps. So that first season, you do need to pull weeds as they come, and lay mulch between the young plants to suppress them while the cover fills in. And water through that first year to get the plants established. Once the mat closes over, all of that stops. The ground cover takes over the weed control itself, and you're done. It's a little work up front for years of no work after. So let me pull it all together. Weeds win because bare ground invites them, and ground covers beat weeds by never leaving any bare ground at all. For deep shade where grass dies, sweet woodruff, ajuga, lamium, and pachysandra. For hot, dry, sunny spots, creeping sedum, creeping phlox, and ice plant. And to actually replace a lawn you walk on, creeping thyme and clover. Check that your choice isn't invasive where you live. Contain the aggressive ones, and get them through their first year. Then they cover the ground, choke the weeds, and free you from mowing, watering, and feeding for good. Forget the lawn. Plant a carpet that takes care of itself. Tell me in the comments which spot you'd start with sunshade or a lawn to replace, and what zone you're in.